Russiagate hoax, where the liberal media and the Democrats tried to convince you that Donald Trump was a Russian plant? Of course, it was all made up. It was just there to assuage the bruised egos of the elites whose candidate lost and to incept the idea that Trump was an illegitimate president so that they could undermine his agenda. Well, now they have a new hoax, the drug boat war crime hoax of 2025. And like Russiagate, it's built on a combination of fake news, fake outrage, and the desire to undermine the president's America First agenda. It started with a Washington Post article claiming, based on a single unnamed source, that in the lead up to bombing a drug boat from Venezuela, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth gave the order to kill everybody. When a first strike on the boat left 2 survivors clinging to the smoldering wreck, as the Washington Post put it, a second strike was ordered, quote, to comply with Hegseth's orders. Now, this would amount to a war crime. Survivors of an attack who are shipwrecked, helpless, and clearly incapacitated cannot be executed. What ensued from the report was immediate bipartisan condemnation of the attack.
Even if you accept their legal theory, that it is a war crime.
Going after survivors in the water, that is clearly not lawful.
I'm very, very concerned about an order that would say kill them all, kill them.
If it was as if the article said, that is a violation of the law of war. When people want to surrender, you don't kill them.
But as it turns out, the story wasn't true at all. As the New York Times reported a few days later, Hegseth ordered a strike that would kill the people on the boat and destroy the vessel and its cargo of drugs. But Hegseth did not specifically order a second strike in response to surveillance footage showing that at least 2 people on the boat had survived the first blast. A contingency plan was discussed in the case of survivors, the Times reported. The military would attempt to rescue survivors who appeared to be helpless, shipwrecked, and out of what the administration considered to be the fight. But it would try again to kill them if they took a hostile action, like communicating with cartel members. And that is what happened, according to Senator Tom Cotton, who saw the footage of the strikes.
They were not distressed. One guy took his T-shirt off like he was sunbathing. They were trying to get the boat back up and to continue their mission of spreading these drugs all across America.
This is quite a different story than the war crime fib we were initially fed. These narco-terrorists weren't clinging to a smoldering wreck. They were drug dealers trying to save the very target of the strike, meaning they were still very much in the fight. Of course, to the left, the target was never legitimate to begin with. To the Democrats and their sympathetic media, you're not allowed to stop chemical weapons from killing your children. You're supposed to politely ask them not to come. And if they do, you're supposed to politely put them on trial, with a taxpayer-funded lawyer, of course. They are wrong. The Secretary of State has the right to determine who is a terrorist. He answers to the executive branch. The DOJ wrote a legal opinion authorizing the strikes, and many, many JAG officials were in the room when the strikes took place. They did everything by the book. The drug boat war crime hoax is just another attempt to undermine the president's Article 2 powers, which were bestowed upon him by the founding fathers.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.